Marine chain steel production begins with iron ore extracted from deep industrial mining operations. Deep blast holes are drilled precisely before controlled ore fragmentation begins. Controlled blasting breaks iron-rich rock into transportable ore material for industrial processing. Heavy haul trucks transport fragmented iron ore from the excavation levels toward crushing and processing systems. Receiving hoppers transfer raw iron ore into the first industrial breakdown systems. Primary jaw crushers reduce large ore rocks into smaller mineral fragments for conveyor transport. Vibrating screens separate crushed ore into precise material sizes before mineral refining begins. Conveyor transfer systems move crushed ore continuously toward advanced mineral processing operations. Enclosed transfer conveyors deliver processed ore toward the refining and smelting. Crushed iron ore now enters refining systems before molten metal and industrial steel production begin. Crushed iron ore is washed thoroughly before fine mineral separation and refining operations begin. Slurry systems blend washed ore into a controlled mineral mixture for advanced refining processes. Magnetic separa systems isolate iron-rich mineral particles from unwanted stone and waste material. Grinding mills reduce concentrated ore into extremely fine mineral particles for pellet formation. Hydrocyclone systems classify fine ore particles before concentrated mineral pellets are formed. Vacuum filtration removes excess moisture from concentrated iron material before pelletizing begins. Pelletizing discs shape concentrated iron material into uniform feed pellets for blast furnace processing. Drying furnaces harden iron ore pellets before high-temperature smelting operations begin. Coke and limestone are prepared alongside iron pellets before blast furnace smelting begins. Refined furnace materials are now prepared for the first molten iron production stage.
Iron ore is transformed into molten iron inside the blast furnace through continuous high-temperature smelting.
Molten slag is separated from the heavier iron before transport toward the steelmaking section begins. Refractory-lined torpedo ladles transport molten iron safely from the blast furnace toward steel refining operations. Molten iron moves continuously through protected transfer corridors toward the refining furnace section. Desulfurization treatment removes unwanted sulfur impurities before oxygen steel refining begins. Molten iron enters the oxygen furnace. Controlled refining transforms it into industrial steel. Separated slag is removed from the refining vessel before liquid steel transfer operations begin. High-pressure oxygen removes excess carbon and impurities from molten iron during steel refining. Refined liquid steel is transferred carefully into refractory-lined ladles for the next solidification stage. Liquid steel now moves toward continuous casting systems, where the first solid industrial metal forms will appear. Liquid steel enters water-cooled casting molds, where the first solid steel structures begin forming continuously. Roller segments and controlled cooling systems guide the solidifying steel bloom through continuous casting operations. Solid steel blooms move across roller transfer systems before precision hot cutting begins. Transfer cars move freshly cast steel blooms toward cooling and rolling operations. Freshly cast steel blooms now move toward rolling mills, where marine chain-grade steel bars will be formed. Freshly rolled marine-grade steel bars move toward cleaning and conditioning systems before forming operations begin. Shot blasting systems remove remaining oxygen from marine chain-grade steel bars before inspection and forming. Ultrasonic inspection systems scan the steel bars internally for hidden defects before chain forming begins. Induction heating systems prepare selected steel sections for the first controlled forming operations. Localized heating begins the first forming stage for marine chain-grade steel bars. Localized induction heating softens only selected steel sections before controlled marine chain forming begins. Hydraulic bending systems form the first controlled curves in heated marine chain steel sections. Open loop shaping continues gradually, while the unfinished marine section remains separated at both ends. Localized reheating prepares unfinished steel loop ends for the next forming stage. Additional forming pressure deepens the curved steel shape. The unfinished alignment systems position the unfinished steel ends carefully before final open link shaping begins. The unfinished steel ends move gradually closer together while the structure still remains open and disconnected. The unfinished steel forms now move toward the first complete open link shaping stage before joining operations begin. Localized reheating softens the unfinished steel ends before precise closing alignment operations begin. Hydraulic calibration systems move the unfinished steel ends closer together while maintaining a visible. The unfinished steel ends are positioned precisely while the structure still remains visibly open and incomplete. The unfinished steel structures stabilize here before the first complete open link stage begins. The unfinished steel forms now move toward the first fully shaped open link stage. Before precision forming systems complete the heavy steel geometry required for marine chain production. Dimensional calibration ensures every formed steel section matches heavy marine chain production standards. The formed steel links stabilize here, before entering the next industrial joining and assembly stages. Transfer systems prepare each formed steel link for the first high-strength industrial joining operations. The first fully shaped marine chain sections now prepare for industrial joining and welding operations. Positioning systems interlock the heavy steel links before high-strength industrial welding begins. Flash butt welding fuses the heavy steel ends together, under extreme electrical heat and hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic trimming systems remove excess weld material after high-pressure marine joining operations. Connected marine chain sections now move toward heat treatment and final industrial finishing operations. The welded marine chain assemblies now enter controlled heat treatment systems for strength and durability process. Controlled furnace heating strengthens the welded marine chain structure through industrial heat treatment processing. Tempering furnaces balance hardness and toughness across the heavy marine chain structure after rapid cooling. Hydraulic proof testing verifies the strength and load capacity of every marine chain assembly. Finished marine chain assemblies now move toward industrial storage and export loading operations.
After heat treatment, testing, and finishing, the massive marine chains are prepared for final industrial export operations.